What a great way to cap off the year for Penn State. A year ago, 26 wins, the second most in school history, culminating in that NIT title in New York City, and a team that brings back quite a bit from that team. 3 double-digit scorers returning, including Lamar Stevens, Josh Reaves, and Mike Watkins, and they will see if they can build off that NIT title. We've got a couple of those guys here in Josh Reaves and Lamar Stevens, the most outstanding player of that NIT, along with Coach Patrick Chambers. I know ultimately, look, it's great to win the NIT, and I know you guys were thrilled to do it, but your goal is to be in the NCAA tournament. So how do you use what happened last year, given everything that you've got coming back, and use it as a stepping stone to the NCAAs this year?
First of all, we don't want to diminish in any way what we did last year.
And I'm not trying to do that. I understand what your goals are. Right.
Where we started, and you were there.
Yes.
Where we started and where we are, where these guys brought us to 26 wins to cut down some nets. I think we needed that winning feeling. We needed that belief and faith in one another that we could succeed in this league. Top 6 finish in the Big Ten. And now we have these great returning players in Josh, Lamar, and Mike Watkins, who have logged a lot of minutes. Most outstanding player, all defensive team. Mike, all defensive team. We're going to rely on these guys. We're going to lean on these guys to take us that next step.
So what did that year mean for you guys, and what did that title mean for you? And Josh, you can start, and then Lamar, interested in your thoughts too.
Just coming from where I came from when we first started, like Coach said, it was a big thing to play in the postseason. Just to learn how to be in that experience and just play in that type of crowd. It just means so much that we were able to do that for the people we had on our team that did so much, like Julian and Shep, and just the people that came before us who put us in that position.
How about you, Lamar?
I think it just taught us how to win. We played some great teams. We played in great environments, and I think we just grew up over that time, having that NIT run. And we got closer, and like I said, the most important thing, we learned how to win.
What's interesting is that you were the NIT most outstanding player. Yeah. I think during the course of the year, a lot of people probably used Tony Carr as kind of like the face of this team, right? He goes to the NBA, ends up being drafted in the NBA. So how does your role change? Again, cognizant of the fact that you played a really significant role last year, but how does it change with Tony not on the team anymore?
I just have to step up as a leader, honestly. Tony was great for us. He did a lot of good things for us on the court and practice every day. And it just puts more on me just to be a leader. And Josh has been with me the whole way. Just helping the young guys, bring the young guys along as fast as we can. And they've been great so far. So it's been going really well, and I'm excited for what this team's going to do.
Josh, you led the Big Ten in steals, and the identity of this team in so many ways, to me, is on the defensive end. The defensive end and on the glass, right? Those are the two areas you really think about with you guys as being points of emphasis. How does your game kind of feed into that, the fact that you are such a defensive stalwart?
I never really thought I was going to be where I am now as far as the defensive side. I've never really just tried to take accommodation for what's going on. I'm just having fun playing basketball. It's the sport I love to play, and I don't really look at all the accolades. I don't look at all the stats and stuff. So it's not really something that was a big point of emphasis for me, but the biggest thing is playing defense. I've taken pride in it. Coach saw that in me since high school and AAU basketball, and it's just something that can translate. I can try to just take it into account when I'm trying to teach the younger kids. To try to tell them, like, all right, this is what we have to do. This is a certain thing that coach is gonna want. And being with Coach for this going into my 4th year, like, I can see what he's gonna say even before he says it during practice, and I can try to bring the guys together and try to bring us all into one place where Coach wants us to be at.
Are you that predictable, Pat, that he knows exactly?
Probably.
But in all seriousness, in this, and I was actually talking about this with the Rutgers guys too, because I think there are philosophically some similarities between what you do and what Steve does. So how do you find guys in this kind of, and I don't mean to say this in a disparaging way, but in kind of this AAU culture where everyone's out there, trying to ball out and have all the recruiters fall all over them. How do you find those guys like Josh, like Lamar, like Mike, who will take pride in that end of the court?
I think you got to develop deep personal relationships, authentic and really genuine relationships with the players and their families. And then you know what you're going to have when you get them to Penn State. You know what you're going to get during practice, where somebody's not constantly fighting the system or fighting you and fighting what our foundation is, which is defending and rebounding. And Dave, you've already said that. And these guys have bought into that. And they realize when their shot's not falling, guess what you can do? You can defend and rebound. You can play hard, right? Yes, a lot of that doesn't take talent. But these guys are extremely talented. So we were very fortunate with these two classes, and now you're going to back up another good class. That makes Penn State more consistent, sustainable, and gives us a chance for success.
Okay, so we have talked about these guys, talked about Mike Watkins. Give us a sense of the rest of this returning team and who has taken a jump in this offseason.
Well, I think we would all agree John Hara has been phenomenal in a starting position last year. We were 7-1 with him when Mike got hurt at the Michigan game. So he's been fantastic. And he's added a little range to his game as well, which is great. Jamari Wheeler, shot out of a cannon.
Absolutely.
Doesn't stop talking from the time he walks in that gym to the time he leaves. His energy, his toughness, his competitive fire, and his leadership. A little bit from behind these guys, but still he's leading from behind, what you need. So with those 5 guys, I think you have experience from that NIT run. You have a good mixture now of youth with Bolton and Dredd and Myrion and DK. You put that all together, I think we have a really good formula for success.
All right, so what are the goals this year?
The goal is to put ourselves in position to be in the NCAA tournament. That's the goals.
And what needs to happen? I'm interested from you two, Josh and Lamar. What needs to happen for you guys to accomplish that?
We need everybody on our team to buy into our culture. Just defend, rebound, and no matter what's going on, no matter if we're in an away game, no matter if shots aren't falling, we need to be able to stick to our foundation.
We need to improve every day in practice and film. If we get better each day with the team we have and the talent we have on our team, then the sky's the limit.
All right, fellas, really looking forward to watching this team this year. Looking forward to seeing you in State College
Saturday.
In a couple of days, joining us on BTN Tailgate. Should be a ton of fun. Tell your friends. You guys need to be out there, 10 a.m.
We'll do.
We'll see you then.